It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. It doesn't get a lot better than his last game, going over 500 yards. It's the Dolphins and the Pats under the lights on Sunday night.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come off a good win in the opener on the road, and they get a second road game here.
Yeah, the schedule makers didn't really do them any favors, but if they can win here and get to 2-0 on the road, they can be well set up for the rest of the year.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. On the return, Marcus Jones from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Patriots offense set to go to work with Mac Jones at quarterback in his 3rd season now out of Alabama.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
A 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. Here's Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 9 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
And one of the top receiving games in the league in week 1, and they're expecting those types of games from him each and every time out. They're going to need that from him if they want to make a move towards a league title.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
Well, he started his season the way that everyone wants to start their season, with an absolute bang. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Let's see where he goes from here.
Set the bar high. See what he can do. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, the numbers for Mostert a week ago, 13 carries, 58 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he knocks the ball. Falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Oh, he sheds himself free. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Straight ahead at Stevenson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Here's Berrios. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that would be the last shot that they take in this game.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Christian Barmore. For a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Jake Bailey now. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. Runs through the contact, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9. Down 2nd and right at a yard. Sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Jones. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 32.
I think we can can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will have a Dolphins first down as he's brought to the ground after a gain of 7, 5 more than he needed on 4th and 2.
Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive, give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up first downs. That's what we just saw right there.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. He was a 3rd-round pick, not rounds 1 or 2, but this franchise, they think he can be something with time.
There were a few teams that thought he would go in the first round, late in the first round. He ends up sliding to the 3rd. So a lot of teams think now maybe this group got a steal. They've got a chance to have a really good player here if he can develop.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown.
They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
Do you think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, this one to Bourne out on the left side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Juju in motion left. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively. Brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this one is right down Broadway. On the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 20-yard line.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, Gaskin.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. Those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now a short one to Gesicki. And some room to run now. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy. And a New England first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
No surprise to see Stevenson making that type of a play. People who know him well, unsurprised to see him over 1,000 yards this past season. He's a bruiser who was also 4th among backs with 69 catches. He can do it all in the New England offense.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. Off the bootleg, Jones. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And his kick. Good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your up 5, whatever you've got in front.
Jake Bailey on down to punt here on 4th down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Unless they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Tua. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's incomplete.
because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
So fourth down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
This will be from 49 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good. And up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. Down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Jones throwing on first down. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
2nd down and 6 now.
Off the play fake, Jones. Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete.
This is a the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster.
Oh, clock running as he's brought down, but now you can't spike it. It's 4th down.
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our...
Sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here.
And we welcome you back live. The booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Shot on the release as this will...
Those two just... They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep... flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Julius Chestnut,
his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And maybe that's the magic touch right there. They didn't use him at all in the 1st half, at least running the football. But here they entrust him with some work down in the red zone, and he responds. 1 carry, 1 touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their 1st possession of half number 2.
They make their 2nd half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a 3-possession game.
The tackle credited to Deshaun Elliott, the safety.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Stevenson gets it again on second down. And he's going to have a Patriots first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, it's Stevenson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run once more with Stevenson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 6. Now Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's so 5 yards here, 5 on the play. With a 3rd and inches.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On now the rookie 4th-round pick, Chad Ryland, for the Patriot field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And it bangs off the left upright. It's away. It's no good. And they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle. Because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England's offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry.
Rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Up the middle. Here's Stevenson. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And here comes Berrios. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Tua sets up to pass it. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First target, first catch, and a first down.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Runs over it. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And just shutting him off there. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
On the tackle. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A run here with Chestnut. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Julius Chestnut with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 2-0 start. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On the carry, it's Chestnut.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Wilson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Patriots ready to get the football back. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing Jones.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Nice move at the 40.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
10 more there and another first down. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
They'll look to throw again. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll bring up second down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down. Jones. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 2nd and 8.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Dolphins on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a... right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Here's Jones on the return.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Jones on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Go ahead.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
Turbo one. Out.
They'll run again with Wilson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll run with Chestnut. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Ready. Turbo one, hard. Turbo one, hard. Ready.
Wilson with a 1st down carry. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Hey, turbo one, turbo one.
On 1st, they'll go back to Wilson. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
Ready.
2nd down and 8. On the give, this is their fullback.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Hey, come on 2. Come on 2. Come on 2.
A give. This is Wilson. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Miami, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.